up tonight.
Alright, guys, welcome back.
What the fuck even is the theme song, actually?
I don't know. Welcome back to your...
20 to 1. You better run.
Because you're not watching this pish, you want more. No, I don't.
Run to fucking bed. Right, guys, welcome back to your Monday Night Raw review. Hopefully you appreciate this channel, because the pain and misery we're about to put ourselves through... Well, I say we've already put ourselves through a shitload of misery watching this show, but now we have to top it off by talking about the show. So, I mean...
And let's...
Seeing you watch Raw, the first thing you want to do is just fucking erase your memory, put some bleach into your brain and try and forget it happened, like clear the memory banks, but you want to delete them like Hillary did those emails, you know what I mean? Like, but you can't, because you need to come on here and do a review. So anyway, here we are. We're here to do the review of Monday Night Raw, and we're kicking off with the return of Randall Keith Orton.
Hello, Randy.
He's interrupted obviously by Riddle, who wants to reform the team rated RK Bro. Come on, Randy. We're a good team, Randy.
Hey, Randall.
Does that mean you don't want to team with me,
no.
Randy? I mean, what the fuck? Why is Matt Riddle acting legit like a 4-year-old? I mean, I like the guy. I think he's pretty funny and got personality and potential, but he's a fucking goofball. But you know what?
It's a funny goofball. I'll take it. You know what? It's
not quite Eugene, but I mean, it's nowhere near Eugene, to be honest. But here, it's one of the better things you get today, so we will take it. AJ comes out with Almost, and the point of this team, honestly, I don't know. I mean, AJ is pretty much dead and buried.
It would just be so much better if he was like world champ and this guy was in his corner rather than both holding the belts.
Yeah, the tag champ with this guy, it's like, what the hell? Anyway, AJ comes out, says that he challenges, says that he runs the place, and Orton talks about his big ego, and Orton says the only thing bigger than AJ's ego is this jackass standing beside him, referring to Omos. Orton says he's going to teach AJ the most free, devastating letters in WWE. They're going to teach him what the Ultimate RK, and he goes for the RKO. AJ manages to get the ring, but honestly, it looked like he hit a big, massive European uppercut and almost knocked him out. He went for the RKO and almost pushed him off. Riddle went for the RKO and almost had a choke slam, and then Randy Orton says to Riddle, "That was stupid," and walks off to the back, leaving Riddle laying on the ground. So that's how Raw starts. The return of Randy Orton. I mean, it wasn't great, but it was probably one of the better things on the show, if we're being.
Yes, and next up we had
Drew McIntyre versus Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin has a wee segment before the match, comes out and says that he's been given this opportunity tonight by Jinder Mahal. He's desperate, needs the money, and if he beats Drew McIntyre, everything will be alright. But it's Baron Corbin, he hasn't won a match in 2 months, and we know he's not beating Drew McIntyre, so it's not going to be alright. Drew beats him down. It was a pretty 50-50 match, to be honest, towards the end. And then Drew says, "For the love of God, I'm going to help you. How much money would you need to survive for a few nights? You know, get some food, and for the love of God, get a shower." And then Corbin's thinking about it, and he says, 100 grand. And then Drew McIntyre's putting on his American accent. He goes, 100 grand. He's laughing. He says, "What about 200 grand? What about 300 grand? Then he hits him with the Claymore kick out of nowhere. I mean, it was decent. It was alright. At the end, Jinder Mahal comes down with those 2 other Indian guys, and then McIntyre grabs the sword and they retreat. Same shite. McIntyre grabs the sword and everyone else, disappears. So, I mean, same shit. We've seen it. It is what it is. Up next with Jeff Hardy versus Karrion Kross.
Aye, and Karrion Kross, he wants that 50-50 booking. He wants his dub back. He gets his dub back. Good night, Jeff Hardy. Talk about a guy that's on drugs, but it's no his gimmick to be on drugs. Jeff Hardy.
I mean, like, back in the day, I mean...
Sitting on the wall.
Everyone who came... See, when you debuted it, like, you were guaranteed to go on, like, a 2-month winning streak, at least.
Yep.
I mean, look
even longer.
Look at Snitsky in ECW. We were watching. You can imagine he debuts and he fucking loses his first night.
Just like Umaga, Kali. Like, I'm not saying Karrion Kross is on that fucking level, but I mean, who comes in and loses their first match via
to Hardy, who never fucking wins? Who's Hardy beat?
I mean, even Taz came in and beat Angle.
I mean, who's Hardy beat lately?
I know.
Then he beats Keith Lee just to lose to him the next week.
Like, what the fuck's going on here? But anyway, I don't care about these 2 guys.
Anyway, Karrion Kross wins. I mean, imagine having Jeff Hardy and just jobbing him out, like not doing anything with him. Fucking terrible. Up next with Alexa Bliss and Fat Bastard, aka Doudrop.
Right? Goldberg's a cool action scene, but why couldn't we get Lashley versus Jeff Hardy? Be a good fucking match.
Yep, I know. I don't get it.
Triple threat, anyway.
Anyway, Alexa Bliss versus Doudrop. I mean,
Wait, hold on. Let's just back up a minute, right? Why can't we be getting like what's the belt below the world title on Raw? US.
Yes.
Why can't we be getting like AJ Styles against Jeff Hardy in a ladder match at SummerSlam?
Because Sheamus doesn't defend his title.
I mean, we're getting Sheamus against a bunch of fucking retards, right? Even though he's the biggest retard of them all, instead of like a, Jeff Hardy, AJ Styles ladder match.
Who was the guy that was actually getting a shot against Sheamus?
Carrillo?
I know a guy.
Garza? I don't know.
Was it Carrillo? I think it was Carrillo. Now he's been taking out the picture. Jesus Christ, how's that guy anywhere near a title shot?
Scott Steiner's borrowed them for a few tasks at the back.
Maybe he needed his garden mode. Anyway, up next, Alexa Bliss versus Doudrop. The name Doudrop alone makes me want to turn this TV off, and that's without looking at her.
It's a fucking bird dropping pish.
She legit looks like a fucking beach whale. I mean, never would you see this. And I mean,
no build whatsoever. It's just fucking flab upon flab upon flab.
Seeing you said build for a second, I thought you were talking about build, as in build for the match. It's just obesity. Like, I mean, see if you're Earthquake. I mean, and you were.
We know all about obesity.
Yeah. Well, I mean, see Doudrop. And someone like her would be a decent opponent, I guess, if they had like a female Hulk Hogan.
Aye.
But they don't. And she's taking on a fucking 100-pound Alexa Bliss here. I mean, come on. You look back in the day, like when you Tori Wilson and all this. I mean, and now you got Doudrop. Raw turned up. They took a shit in the ring and they left it. And that's what you got
there.
Now
the Horseman.
Doudrop, she loses the match due to Alexa Bliss's doll doing a wee wink. I mean, you go for Bray Wyatt and all this. I mean, I know you don't really like the guy, but he was cutting a lot of good promos, like, and they basically take his character and they essentially turn it into a fucking doll. I mean, I don't know. That's what it is. Alexa Bliss wins with a roll-up. Who cares? Like, Eva Marie's annoyed after the match. I mean,
another person who's just fucking irrelevant.
Yeah, I mean, they spent a lot of time building her comeback, and it's just
no happening.
To me, just sticking this Doudrop Eva Marie hurts her credibility. I mean, why would she be hanging about with this big fat fuck? I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. Ricochet versus Sheamus next. Sheamus picks up the win. During the match, Ricochet jumps off the top rope, collides with Sheamus, and the commentators. It didn't look like it to me, but the commentator says that the commentator says that Ricochet attempted a headbutt. Now, you'd have to be a fucking absolute spastic to attempt a headbutt off the top rope to a guy that's wearing a face protector. So I'm going to assume that Ricochet wasn't attempting a headbutt and the commentary team just killed him.
Yeah.
Not that you know what's happening.
Oh, did you watch this clip?
I actually did, I watched it live, fuck.
I didn't watch it live, I was in beddies. Very bad.
At the end of the day, right, why would Ricochet, who's a smaller guy, attempt to headbutt Sheamus anyway? And why would he do it when he knows the guy's got a fucking metal face protector on? But the commentator said that's what he went for. And it didn't look like he went for that, but unless they were being told, like, bury this guy, he's shite.
This is awful talking about this, it really fucking
He's a Paul Heyman guy, bury him. That could have been what it is. Drew McIntyre then cut a promo saying he's one step ahead of Jinder and that his mother's watching him on through his sword and all this shit. He named his,
she said?
Aye, he named his sword after his mother.
Good for fucking him. Even though it's Vince McMahon's sword.
Then we got a wee inspirational story about RK Bro showing you their highlights for the last couple months, which is probably the best thing on the show, I thought. Damien Priest versus John Morrison. I mean, why are these two still competing? Seriously?
I know.
Towards the end of the match, Damien Priest squirts the Miz with water again. Why did he that?
WrestleMania Backlash, why wasn't that the ending of this?
I know. He squirts him with the water. I mean, we're talking... Hold on. This feud has been legit almost going 6 months.
I know.
Like, what the fuck? He squirts me
I
water.
get it, right? You need the... Right, Bad Bunny, that gets priest over to a degree, even though it didn't. So then, right, let's see what he can do against him, at the pay-per-view. But it's literally went on, and then they had the song. Oh, fuck off.
Anyway, Damien Priest squirts Miz with the water. Miz jumps up to confront him. And the big reveal here is that the Miz isn't injured, he was lying. Then the Miz runs to the back. Damien Priest gets back in the ring, beats Morrison, gets up the win, you know. Well, it is what it is. Up next, match of the night. Mustafa Ali versus T-Bar. Thoughts on this one?
Oh, this was an absolute fucking disaster, like. It was brilliant. T-Bar... What's his name again? Ali, him.
I would rather have a Mars bar, to be fair.
Yeah. I've been to funerals better than this match. I didn't even watch it.
Right, well.
Next.
With Mansoor excited backstage because Ali beat T-Bar. Again.
I wasn't.
Then we had Reginald doing a photo shoot and he got a
garbage
surprise ambush by Akira Tosawa and R-Truth, who were dressed up as...
I hate the fact they're using a roll-up like it is a fucking stunner.
Yeah, they were like... they dressed up, tried to attack Reginald, Reggie.
The whole gimmick of it is it's supposed to be a surprise, but if you keep on doing it, it can't be a fucking surprise.
Yeah, the only reason the roll-up wins is because the person wasn't expecting it.
Yeah.
Fuck me. Anyway, they tried to get him. Reggie escapes, and then they're both saying, "Oh, it's you let me escape, you," and then they both shout you at the same time. Fucking dreadful. But then had a promo with MVP. I didn't really like this. I like both of these guys here, but I thought this MVP Bobby Lashley promo was very lackluster. It was MVP talking, boring for about 5 minutes. Then Lashley took the mic and says, basically just repeated what MVP says. Bill,
you're gonna be done.
Don't let your son watch this, and it's SummerSlam, you're not next, you're done. I mean, is that really the... Give me something better. Even if he's just going to say one word, done doesn't sound like that. Would last not be better? Or what about say Bill Goldberg at SummerSlam, you're next?
Yeah.
Instead of saying you're done.
But I don't know why. Fuck it, get it on the bin. Main event time.
It's not main event time yet. We've got Nikki Ash versus Rhea Ripley.
Oh god.
Rhea Ripley, who has injured ribs, but for some reason had her ribs taped up on the outside of her costume.
Huh?
I mean, it's just not what you fucking tape up on your skin, on your body, right? You would never put your clothes on. Could you imagine that? Imagine you've got a knee ligament damage and you're going to work tomorrow. Do you put your trousers in and then tape up the shit? Like, what the fuck? And not only do you not... The way they done it, it's like... And that's just a target. It's a target for Rhea Ripley to go, right, I know your ribs are injured. Unless they're that stupid, they go, well, for us to sell the injury, we need the bandage to be showing.
I know.
It's all, you know what I mean? It's just... Unbelievable, man. Unfucking believable. Charlotte comes out, attacks both of them, then cuts a promo backstage saying how she's sick of everyone taking her opportunities.
I'm sick of her.
Charlotte again didn't even look like Charlotte tonight. Who cares? Elias says that WWE used to stand for Walk with Elias, but he says Elias is dead and he burns his guitar. I mean, this is the guy that I thought when he first debuted this guy was alright. But I mean, literally, what the fuck has he done?
Yep.
I mean, what has he done?
I don't know.
He's literally has 5 years of playing a guitar. No, it's mad. The Rock's fucking main run in his career was on about 5 years.
I know.
Fucking... Alright, debut in 96, but that was pish. But I mean, The Rock 97 to about the start of 2000, boom, that's him, done. Yet nowadays, people are in WWE for 5 years and they don't have one memorable moment. Insane. Then we had main event, Randy Orton, AJ Styles. Riddle helps Orton distract Almost. AJ does a springboard into the RKO. Orton picks up the win. In the end, they celebrate. Riddle and Orton hug, and then Orton's celebrating with Riddle, and he hits him with RKO. And that ends Raw, guys. And that ends our misery here at 14 minutes and 43 seconds. Long review is what it is. Thoughts on Raw?
Rating out of 10, I'll give it a 1. I think that's generous.
I'll also give it a 1, and again, I think that's very, very, very generous. Best thing about the show, it's probably the arcade bro stuff, and it's fucking not even that good. Anyway, guys, that's it. Till next time.
Peace.